12 top poker players from every span of the globe. They've rifled and riled for an entire league season, and now the end is near. The final table's set, but who will be crowned Premier League champion? Premier League players have been reduced to just 6. The final table. Will it be Phil, class of the season, but does he have the bottle to seal the deal? Could it be Eddy Scharf? The German's got 2 WSOP bracelets and would love to add the Premier League. The Finn, Juha Helppi, steady like a rock and flying. Ian the Razor Frazer showing British blood can play this game, and with his record, who disputes? Little Lieu, small in stature, but a wolf at the table, and surely a force at the end. And rounding things off is the teacup Vicky Coren, an army of supporters and nice in her veins. Looking at the league standings, 12 games were played, and these points translating to chips on the final table. Hasn't Hellmuth been the class? 4 wins, and that's translating to his chip lead, but Scharf, Helppi, and Frazer not too far behind. It was extra work to get to the final table in the playoff zone, and Lieu knocked out Kenna James in a heads-up match, Vicky Coren snatching victory and eliminating Andy Black. At the bottom 4, Hellmuth just missed out by virtue of the tiebreaker, and Devilfish, what a great fight he put up at the end. I'm Jesse May, thrilled to be joined this evening by both Tony G and the Devilfish, Dave Olliott. Now, you guys have either watched, played, or bet on every league match in this tournament. Tony, who do you think is going to win the final table?
My pick is Victoria Coren. I want her to win. She's the shining light, the brightest player out there. Go, go, Vicky.
Devilfish, we know that Phil Hellmuth is the chip leader. You're one of the few players who had any success trying to stop him. What do they have to do?
You know, Phil's holding all the aces in the pack here. I mean, he's got all the experience and he's got the chip lead. They have to mix it with him, you know. I mean, I'm hoping Frazer wins. You know, he's a big friend of mine. I've been spending some time at his house and stuff. He's looked after me. I want him to win. But, you know, Phil's got all the experience, all the chips, everything's in his favour. They've got to mix it with him. They've got to get him upset. They've got to get him talking to me through the glass. You know, I'm ready to answer him if he talks to me.
Yeah, I mean, he's also got the big mouth. And, you know, Tony, you and Devil were the only ones who really gave the stick back to Phil. Who's going to be left to fill that void?
I think Juha could take Phil on. I think Juha has the needle for him, and I think he wants to beat him. The World Series in the final, I think Phil Hellmuth kind of beat him off a bit. So Juha really wants to beat him. I think Juha can go after him tonight.
Well, it's 6 players on this final table, so let's have a look at how many chips they're starting with. Chips mean power, and Hellmuth has it in spades with 350,000 in chips starting out. Eddy Scharf not too far behind with 310,000, and it's very tight for Helppi and Frazer, 260 and 250 respectively. But Lieu and Vicky Coren better get a move on early. Here come these 6 reservoir dogs for the final table, one of whom will be the Premier League champion. And Devilfish, how do you think the seating positions at this table are going to affect what's going to happen? Who's got the best seat?
Well, the first thing, I think Phil Hellmuth's got the best seat. He's got the 2 ladies on the blinds. When he's on the button, it's a great seat to have.
Guys like Eddy Scharf and Juha Helppi, Tony, have they been underrated or overlooked, perhaps?
They definitely have, and they're great players, especially Juha. Juha. He has a huge chance here, and he's the dark horse, the definite danger to Phil Hellmuth.
Juha has shown an ability to adapt to whatever structure is thrown at him or cards are dealt. But Eddy Scharf, we'll have to see the chips. There's new chips. Those green chips worth 10,000 each. The yellow's worth 1, the blue's worth 2, the red's worth 5. I think there's 1.6 million in play. Tony, has anyone looked nervous to you in the green room?
I think that Vicky's nervous, definitely, and I think Eddy Scharf's a little bit nervous, so he needs a good hand early on like this, couple of jacks put him right on a board.
Phil's found an ace.
No one's brought the green chips into play, and Hellmuth's studying.
It's very, very tense out there right now. They just want someone to go out.
I wonder if Hellmuth views Eddy Scharf as a man who he can take off a
Devilfish, I
hand.
better pick on the German. I know he has something. I don't think he can call the re-raise. Raise it up a little bit.
Oh, big
think he's
mistake.
wrong.
20,000
Fish.
more, 28 total.
A big
pass.
mistake.
Gotta pick on the German.
Pass.
I don't think he can call the re-raise, Fishy.
A lot of pressure on the German. How can he handle it?
He's got a re-raise here. He has to re-raise it.
I mean, these stacks are so deep, aren't they? Scharf could stick a re-raise in, and it's still only half a bet.
Yeah.
I see him calling as
would
well.
go down.
There's no. He could call this. He could call this.
He could call it, but he's out of position, and Hellmuth's got the button. I'd sooner take it down now with 2 jacks.
It's later.
I think Eddie's got to make another 60 or so.
Re-raise.
That's the move. That is the play.
60,000 more.
There
What
you
if
go.
Hellmuth slips over the line here?
No.
Could he?
Hellmuth's going to throw this in the dustbin now. Guaranteed.
Hellmuth knows that Eddy Scharf has been very tight and very solid, and there's no moves left now.
I'm gonna have to get Eddie second or first out today, Fishy. Mark my words. Second or first out, I'm gonna get him.
That's like the white flag going up.
I'm gonna do Fishy.
I don't know, Phil. You should have
Watch
just
and
sat
see.
back. You'd won
Wants
2
to play
hands
with
with the
me?
best hand.
We're gonna play.
Eddy Scharf, absolutely
Maybe first
solid in the face
Maybe
of the
second out,
Hellmuth
gonna get him.
re-raise.
Mark it.
And the Hellmuth said he had a read on Scharf. Was he just wrong, or was he being serious?
No, he was just trying to talk Eddie off the pot.
He came
I
to
mean,
play.
Eddie was out of position. If he had a strong hand, if he wasn't so strong, he would have thrown it away.
You.
And Eddy Scharf has taken control. He's got the chip lead.
Yeah, he's 5,000 clear.
Welcome back to the final of the partypoker.net Premier League Poker.
I know why. Oh.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, one person who hasn't
You're
said
pretty
one
hard to put
word
me on
is
tilt at the
Ian
1-2 level,
Frazer.
but you're welcome to try.
Yeah, Ian Fraser's just concentrating on the job in hand. He knows what's going on. He knows what's happening. He's going to get his money in there with the best of it, probably.
And he's also in a shell right now.
Oh, Phil's got an ace again, but it's not a big ace.
He's lost confidence, has he, Devilfish?
Yeah,
What do you think?
He's just calling now. He's trying to settle down a little bit. He had the worst hand again here, so.
And the shell
Well, I
man,
don't-
he's out of his shell.
Well, look at this. Almost flopped to 3, and Frazer's flopped to 10.
And you has flopped a 3.
Check. Check.
What's Fraser doing? Don't give him too many cards, buddy. These guys catch.
They've all checked
They've all
around.
checked. Oh, there's the diamond. Now we're going to get a bit of action. Phil's got the pairs of diamonds. If the check to him, he will bet this, I think.
And Helppi's got 2 pairs well.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
is Ian played this week?
6,000.
Yeah, Ian's thrown this pot away. I didn't like the way he played this.
What can Mr. Poker do here? Just hope for the
I
diamond?
don't know. Ian has to throw this away now.
Oh, Ian's raising it.
Oh, what's going on here? Well, I'll tell you what. Juha probably put this 5-3 down, and Frazer's a big favourite again Hellmuth. So this isn't a bad play.
Can Juha fold his hand right now?
I think so. With Frazer raising.
Well, what should Juha be thinking here?
I mean, there's a straight there. There's a flush there. He's got 2 pairs, 2 small pair. I think he can throw this away.
Is there any way he can work out what these guys have?
Well, he's probably put Phil on the diamond draw. Probably the ace of diamonds or the king of diamonds.
Pass.
What to do?
And the visors are off.
It's a good spot if an ace comes off here. Black ace comes off. There's only 1 left.
The young Finn might have lost his tracks. The best hand put down in a critical pot.
Yeah, I mean, is this just Frazer kind of overplaying his hand here, Tony?
Well, Frazer trap checked it on the flop, and then he decided he was going to trap check it again on the turn. But on the turn, he was in bad shape. But it's worked out for him here.
Cool.
It's
Wow, an ace would get him into
Ace of
serious.
out. We want the ace of outs or the ace of spades here. and
Check that.
he's checked dark here.
I don't like this check
Check
dark. I don't
dark.
like that check dark.
What is going on?
Oh.
You
Well,
win.
yeah, you win. If Frazer wins it,
Check.
take it. Look at this. You seen this?
6 and 10s.
Interestingly
It's unbelievable.
enough,
Juha would have ended up with
With a banana.
with a banana, a ripe banana.
He would have been eating his banana.
It's bad etiquette in America to ask to see hands. I had my usual nothing.
And
No
Phil
deal.
Hellmuth is on complete
Holding that
tilt.
flush
He's
draw
losing
again.
control.
Yeah.
Down the hill he goes. How far down is he? Can he recover from this? Devil?
Yeah. He's like an elevator, baby, with no ropes attached.
He has lost the plot.
And Frazer has to see Hellmuth's hand. He's got the knee straight in.
Yeah.
This is a lesson, Tony G, in picking up an ace every single hand dealt and being like 50,000 loser.
I mean, he's been so dominant in this Premier League with 4 wins, but if he doesn't win here,
Too-
or
too
if
skewed
he even
towards the
goes
first
out
bet, right?
first, I mean, it's
Should be
just
like
going to be for
6.
nothing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's terrible for Phil if he don't win this. If he goes out in the first couple here,
6-16.
you know, I'm not going to be in the
That was
hotel
it.
tonight if he's in there.
You were going for it that way.
I
He's
can
gonna be,
see him blowing up. Do you see him blowing up soon?
yeah, he's heading that way. He's heading that way. If he loses one more pot to Eddy,
Pass. Pass.
Coren hasn't moved a chip yet, neither has Lieu.
no.
And here's the young Finn.
Raise.
Juha, he's in with a raise. And Eddy, the little mini pair. This is a tough to play, Devilfish.
Well, for these blinds, Eddy's got a lot. He can just call here and just try and flop a free or get rid of it. I don't think he's going to do anything. He's just threw it away. Wow,
That's tight, isn't it?
that's tight, baby.
That's too tight. Too tight for
check
the
Juha.
stacks.
Yeah.
He
don't-
would get a jackpot with a 3 and an ace.
Yeah, I don't think Tony G would have been throwing in Frazer.
Never in a
Never.
million years would I throw that hand away.
I agree. Looks like a pretty good flop for a pair of threes. It wouldn't have been, but it looks like. As it happens, it was a good throw.
Oh, what is Mr.
check.
Poker doing? Bottom pair.
Juha's just going to pump him here, isn't he?
Check.
What does Juha think Phil has?
I don't know. I mean, I think if you puts another bet in there, Phil's going to throw it in the dustbin.
And the bet's there. The
20,000.
visors are down.
Oh, Phil's gone.
Oh,
I'll
he's
tell you
gone
what,
nuts.
Phil's head's gone. Phil's head's gone. Yeah, I'll tell you
But will
that.
he get lucky? Will he get rewarded for bad play?
I mean, he's dusting off his chips, isn't he, Hellmuth?
Oh, what's that card?
Check.
It's an ace from space. It's no good.
It's too
Small
bad.
Aces and
bet.
sevens for you, huh?
20,000 bet here.
He can't call any bet. I
Don't
don't-
be greedy.
You know, the only way Phil could call this is he's wondering how you can bet the flop and keep betting after the ace and king come off. You know, it looks like he's either flopped a big flop or running without the ball.
Will he make a big outrageous call on a river here? Can he call this down?
50,000.
What does Juha think Phil
You know
has?
what?
Surely not deuces.
You know what I mean? But I mean, Phil would love to call this because you know he can put you out on a busted straight here. I mean, the ace and kings come off and you are carried on firing.
What is Hellmuth thinking about?
He could make a call here. I don't think he will, but he could do, especially with his bum on fire like it is.
Either way, he's totally crushed after this hand. He's seriously thinking about calling with a donkey pair. He cannot call this. There's no way he could call this.
All that stuff he told you about the deuces, Tony, huh? Now he's going to call all this money off here. Wow.
Ah, the deuce is wild in his mind. Could they be wild?
This bet's like 20% of his stack.
Of course, this will be the call of the year if Phil made it and was right. That's what he's thinking, you know. Or the donkey of the year if he's wrong.
I guess Hellmuth and Helppi have history, but I haven't seen Helppi.
Oh, I don't believe it, baby. Unbelievable. Watch Phil now. Watch him.
Watch Frazer asked to see his hand.
We want to see that hand.
Let me see. I think it's close. Oh, he's got me. Nice hand.
Wow, what a call. You see, that was Phil thinking to himself, if I make this call and I'm right, the commentators are going to have to say I'm the greatest player in the world. But if I made this call and I'm wrong...
Well, I've had a chance to watch everybody play. I know what they're capable of. I know what they will do, what they won't do, what they look like when they're bluffing, what they look like when they have a hand. Today, it's just a matter, you have all the ingredients there for your recipe, you know. It's a matter of putting the ingredients in the right order, and then you bake up a championship.
Hellmuth started this Final table 7 hands ago with 350,000. He's lost half his stack.
Yeah, and his marbles. I mean, I personally think.
What's there to figure out?
If he loses one more 50,000,
I said you're not bluffing me today, and I called.
Well, he could go
What
first.
do
You
you
know,
want
I
me to
mean,
do? The
he's a
ace
great
either made
player,
your
but
aces
he's
up
got
or
to settle
maybe
down,
nothing.
calm down, and play some poker. You know.
I don't think you were bluffing with a 4. You win. What do you want to do? I just hope that when the big pot comes up and I have you beat, that my hand holds up, because I've watched you outdraw everybody all.
Have you?
And Liz Lieu, the lady that bites with her hand.
Ace Jack against Kings, 10 Jack against
Raised to 8,000.
Queen King. About
Pass.
eight of us.
Amazing. People talking about Hellmuth's chip lead. Everybody
Well,
out chips him now.
You keep putting it in with, you keep making stands with the worst hand, but they work out well for you.
Pass.
He had the best
Kenna
down,
was
Phil.
complaining too about all the.
You seen
She survived
We're
4 or
gonna
5.
stop playing. Look, he's needled us into playing a pot.
And Vicky being tight. I told her, be tight. Really tight early on with your
Against
chips.
Kenna,
She
when
might
Kenna
hit a
finished,
flop.
She
third,
just
you
called here.
get
She
your
could
money
hit a
in
10.
A bunch of times, so
No, it's just once.
just once.
Wow. Good play by Vicky.
She can get away from this, you think?
Oh, she's out of this. No risk. She'll put it straight into the garbage can.
12,000.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the commentaries think that your call was a great call, but
You can say what you want.
I imagine,
That's
Tony,
all
that
right with me.
she'll
I
be
don't
aware
mind.
that under the gun raised by
I
Liz
play
has to
poker
be
a certain
pretty
way.
tight, doesn't
If
it?
my instincts are off, I lose.
Call's not that bad because she has a lot of value now. Because it's only
You wanna
12,000.
have a side
Just
bet?
in
You and I,
case
we
she
can bet a
peels
lot
it
of money that
off,
when the
she
big
can
pot
bust
comes up,
her.
You're in bad shape against
She can
me.
double up.
I think that was a big pot, and I think I won the pot.
Yes, baby, she's
You wanna bet
listening
it?
to me. Can you believe it?
You can
Fantastic.
just say all you gotta do is bet.
We're all listening to you, Tony, baby.
No.
We got no choice.
She looked like
What are
she
you,
wanted to
brave now?
pull
You
the
have more chips
trigger
than
and
me. You wanna
then
lay me the proper price?
reined
We bet.
herself in. Smart move, because Liz Lieu had the
Last one, if
goods.
you win the big pot, you're gonna have more chips.
I mean, right now, this table's almost playing out like that $25,000 event at the World Series, at the Bellagio, because the stacks are so deep, aren't they?
Yeah,
It's tough playing deep stack poker, isn't
exactly.
it?
Liz Lieu's found a nice hand here.
The lady that
Raised
bites.
to 8,000 total. Pass.
She's played 2 hands, ace king and ace queen.
See Frazer throw them 2 4s away. It's not. I mean, it's got people behind him and a razor in
Of course
front.
it
It's,
has.
I think it's not a bad fall.
Call.
Oh, that's how we get some diamonds down here, baby. We've got the big slick against the big lick, and they're both suited.
Re-raise from VC.
Another ace king.
Wow, Vicky's got one.
Yeah. Okay.
And how's Liz going to read this?
Make Phil the favorite here.
Yeah, that. I mean, Liz will know that ace king is probably the worst hand Vicky could have, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, she's
Call.
cold.
Yeah, I mean, she don't really know what she wants to catch.
17 more?
Phil's got himself stuck in a bad place. I mean, he really is supposed to throw this away, but
If he
I
knew they
mean-
were, yeah.
yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, to be fair, like, I mean, you got to assume there's a big pair out there probably. And with this hand Phil's got, he's more likely to catch a draw. And does he want to lose his money on a draw? No, he threw it away. That was correct play, in my opinion.
And now, Will.
I'm going to check in the door.
Oh,
Oh, I don't like this play at
Why?
all.
Why?
I got a feeling we're going to get a couple of hearts on this board.
I think we might get a free card. I don't think Liz Lieu will bet this either.
Well,
I don't think she will bet this.
Check.
yeah.
Now, a diamond or a heart. We'll get our hearts pumping.
There's more chance of a heart.
What about a 4?
Yep. What about a 9? Nothing.
Now she
No,
could
what's-
take the pot.
Yeah, she should take this pot now. She should have realised that.
Big bet she can take
yeah.
a pot here.
She should realise that Liz has probably got an ace king.
When
Oh, ace
Liz just
queen.
called, I mean,
This is an excellent play. Excellent play.
17,000.
Yeah, I think Liz Lieu just has to throw this
Didn't
away
bet
now.
enough.
Yeah, I think it might be enough. I mean, when she got the wheel draw, she might call.
Liz must be thinking to herself, why did she check in the dark? And why did she check in the dark?
I don't like that check in the dark business, you know. It's such a strange move.
17,000, just not enough, is it? Just a little bit short.
Yeah, she's called.
Yeah, he called
Raised to
that.
40.
Oh, she's raised her. Wow. Now what's Vicky going to do here?
Does Liz sense weakness here? Is that what's happening?
Well, the check in the dark probably did it. I mean, why would you check in the dark with a big pair? It's now or never.
Helpmuth's very interested. He had the nuts here. Top pair in the straight draw.
Yeah, you're right. Eh? What a hand he would have had here. Compared to theirs. I'll tell you what, he's going to tell him as well when the hand's finished that he would have had top pair in a straight draw probably.
When in doubt,
Got a
go
feeling
all
she's
in.
going to
I
fold.
wonder what the odds are that we have the same hand.
Oh,
Wow.
babe.
That's pretty clever.
That was pretty clever, but it's no good telling her that because now she knows what you've got probably.
Right.
And now she's going to bet again if you call.
Well, she knows exactly
Yeah,
what
she-
Vicky has now.
Exactly. Vicky's
Because
just
it
said,
can't be a pocket pair.
no, so Vicky, she knows that Vicky has ace king. Vicky's just actually give her. Did you tell her that?
I
move, Tony?
asked Vicky not to talk during hands.
Oh, so you never told her that.
Tony.
That's not one of yours moves. That.
Right now, Tony's head is in his knees. He's
I'm devastated right now.
Tony's got his head in the sick
No,
bag
okay.
at the moment.
All right.
I told you she would fold.
10-7 off.
Well,
Just outplayed and outmaneuvered.
Well, you know, it was okay folding, but after you made that statement, you had no choice.
Lieu winning the battle of the ladies there, but could be revenge on the cards for Vicky after the break.
I know that.
Welcome back. One feature of starting with a lot of chips is you can afford to lose some, but Hellmuth surely not happy about dropping 100,000 in the short time this final table's been going on. Of course, he's nothing if not dog-headed.
Pass.
And here he comes again. You know, all of a sudden, Ian Frazer is starting to feel his oats a little bit. He's won a couple pots, and this is a little bit outside.
Just 8,000.
Yeah.
I
Bet
play on
eight.
lucky bets, you know.
I
There's
checked
something-
already.
I need to bet more to get you off. That's the only thing.
Okay,
Good
check.
flop for Frazer.
Yeah, go on. Then.
Check.
No, don't be checking.
Phil's talked him into playing
Yeah.
tight here.
Phil can just take it.
I feel like betting 3,000. I don't know why. It's one of the minimum bets, 3.
3,000.
Raise it up, Fraser. Raise it up, baby. Fraser will take it.
It feels like, I mean, Frazer, he started off playing very tight. What's he even doing? In with a queen nine, he must be thinking.
Oh, but he should raise this.
It's
Even
really
a call.
really.
Even a
should
call. Will put a lot of pressure on the river. But he's talked himself out of calling now.
Call.
It's called.
He's kind of told Phil he doesn't have anything, hasn't he?
Might.
You know when
Phil's
Phil,
under
you
pressure.
know if Phil checks
Probably,
now.
I'm probably going to check on the river. Let's
Yeah,
see.
and then Ian can take it.
Yep, I checked.
Ian has to bluff here. Ian
Check.
has to bluff here. He's got
Oh,
no
I should
hand.
have bet 3.
He's got no choice but to bet.
You got a chance to bet 23.
23,000.
Oh, son!
What a nice bet that is.
Perfect play. Another way to play it. Creative there, Mr. Frazer. No way he can call, is there?
Fraser the razor.
Can he call this? Can he call this Devilfish?
How can he call it? What can he call it with? King eye?
I don't know. I bet he wishes he had Jack Deuce right now.
Be good to show this hand.
You have anything?
Got a flush.
Flush, huh?
Has a
You have
flash.
the ace, queen of clubs, made the flush.
I've been told not to talk to you, but
Well, you
I
can't
don't
help
mind. I'll tell you anything except my hand.
it. Okay. Can you beat king high?
Might be a tie.
King high
you
might
got
be
with
a
it, Coren?
tie.
Well, I don't think I'm allowed to say, but I think I can say that it's not a queen. I think I can legally say that.
You know, Phil might. I think Fraser's best bet is to sit quiet because Phil might get a clue to
Might be
call
a
him.
tie, huh?
Might be.
Why is he talking?
I have a feeling I have the best hand here.
If Phil had bet more money instead of 3,000 and Fraser would have called, it would have been folding now. But 3,000, he
You
knows
might have
that
10 jack.
he knows that Fraser's going to call him with anything.
Yeah, this looks very suspicious. A bit more than the pot on the
Clubs,
end.
I might have.
I think I have the jack of clubs.
Fraser, stop talking, please.
Wow, I guess I have to lay it down. I guess some commentator somewhere is saying it's an easy laydown, Phil. It's not an easy laydown to me, though.
I don't think it is either. I said it's it's nearly an automatic call with a king.
Wow, Frazer's got him.
Yeah.
He's not making the right plays right now. Mr. Poker's on tilt.
My instinct
Give
said to
you
call.
our 50,000, you won't give me 23.
Too easy to go on tilt. Too easy to lose chips. You lose a pot, 2 pots, 3 pots. You had the chip lead, and now all of a sudden you're down to an average stack, and you're on tilt. Why are you on tilt, Phil? Why? Wake up. You still have average chips. Count your chips down. Pay attention. Stay in the game. It's not over till it's over, baby.
Hellmuth's chip history looks like a worm hiding, going down in the ground.
Looks like a stock chart that's going down.
But you're gonna see
Slip
now.
I'm
or
watching this. I
slide.
promise to take these tips, but
You know, I think that was really when more I think about it. I think that was like an automatic call with
you
the
know,
king
you had
jack.
a little bit of sympathy.
An
there,
excellent
Juha,
check
until you
call in the
started,
end
so.
for us. I think both of us
Now
would
you
call
can, now
that.
I'm going to use all my
Yeah.
powers every hand against you. I promise you
It
that.
seemed like a strange
That
hand.
much I promise. It's
Pass.
not a threat. I'm just going to use all the powers I have every
Pass.
hand,
And the price
Every
of
hand.
poker's going up
including
next
every
hand.
raise you make.
You know,
That I
there
started
was,
an
there was
action
a
hand
couple of
between
draws
us,
out
but
there.
we'll-
If Frazer had an ace, he would have
Well.
re-raised. Is it looks like a 7 or nothing?
Vicky's got a hand.
Oh, look at this. 2 big kings for Vicky B.
Phil's playing
Raise.
playing
I
every
don't
hand.
Liz, you're like the one player on the table that I'm genuinely nervous of. How much will make you pass?
Phil's in as
Give
well,
Vicky another
Vicky.
bottle of wine.
And give Phil another pizza.
7,000 more.
You know, I mean, Vicky's like giving Liz a
Oh,
license
excuse
to
me.
call her
She's
now.
a
She's
lady,
telling
so
her
she's
she's
a
nervous
Catholic.
of her, you know, and she's got position on her, so
This
she's
is
going to
always
call
going to
her.
be a cat fight. Excuse me.
A 6. This is good for Vicky. This flop's really good.
7,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is tough for Liz, isn't it?
Yeah, well, this is what you get when you know when you call with an ace suited. I call with an ace 4 of clubs, and it cost me.
What about another 6?
What about another 6?
What will that do?
He's sweating against her, or 4 or which?
Is that dangerous?
That'll slow the action down.
25,000.
That's a big bet.
Yeah, well, she don't want to give her a free go at a diamond, though. I think Liz has got to throw that 6 in the bin now.
Could she think that Vicky has a bare ace right now and try to make a good call?
Maybe.
It hasn't exactly been Vicky's MO, has it? I mean, this strong bet on the turn, it's
Vicky feels very nervous right now. You can just see the tension. And can Liz pick up on this?
but is this what she wants to put her tournament on? So far, she's only put like 15,000 into the pot.
Yep. I think you got to just throw that 6 away.
She's made the call.
Wow.
What does that mean?
Pretty safe for Vicky. Unless a 6 hits, it's pretty safe for her. But a diamond,
Wow, there's your chance to see.
she's got to bet something.
What's interesting is I don't remember.
She's got to bet something to slow the action. Don't look.
Check, and if you bet, I'm going to have a look. Check.
How should well, Liz has got to bluff that.
40.
Terrible,
Fingers
terrible
crossed.
play.
See, I mean, the thing is, I mean, Vicky's telling us she ain't got the ace of diamonds, because she would have remembered that.
Oh, Leslie, you are my nemesis.
This is kind of tough for Vicky to call anyway.
Well, you know, I
isn't it?
said
I mean,
if the diamond came off, she'd check and Liz would take it, and that's what's going to happen, I think.
but I mean, most of the hands Liz would have called with on the turn had a diamond in them, don't they?
Yeah. How much did she bet there, by the way?
40,000.
Yeah, I think Vicky's going to throw this away. I'm laying even money to Tony G if he wants to have a bet that she throws it in the dustbin.
I agree with you. I
Yeah.
agree she's going to throw this away.
What do you think? If you had a little diamond,
You'd be happy
you
to
don't
check.
need to bet on the end. I've checked. Thank God you would think to yourself with the 8 of diamonds, you'd turn your hand over and hope it was good.
Ah, she's talking herself into
And you're
calling.
certainly not going to bet like 2 pair or a straight or something. So how big does a diamond have to be before you value bet it?
I don't think Liz is going to answer her.
Obviously, Kim probably. queen downwards. Why would you bet?
Can she make the brilliant
You
call?
would bet if you had the
Well, you
ace
know,
or the king
Vicky's
of
showing that
diamonds.
she does think about the game and she's got a clever brain, but unfortunately she shouldn't say anything. You know, she shouldn't be talking while there's still cards to come. Okay, you can work it out in your head afterwards.
So, okay, what hand has in it the ace or the king of diamonds? Well, you call a raise, you call a flop, you call a bet on the
Saying I read this book.
Got 30 seconds to act.
Wait, shall I
I'd
finish
love to
talking?
have a little bit longer. I need
What do you
a little
think?
bit
Gonna
longer.
fold.
Yeah, if she's saying that, she's
Run out of time. Outplayed and outmaneuvered.
Go on. Happy birthday.
Oh,
yes!
What a
Oh
good call.
my!
You
What a great
beauty! Go,
What a
Victoria.
great call that was.
Yeah!
Ah,
2 kings.
yeah,
Happy birthday, she said. The money she took.
yeah. The Asian invasion tried to get it, but they just couldn't do it, baby.
Well, Lieu has gotten the better of Vicky almost every juncture in this tournament, but not at the final table. I mean, psychologically, it could be the end of Lieu, but for Vicky, what a confidence boost, Tony. I mean,
Yeah, there's some.
she's going to feel great, isn't she?
I think she's on a wave now.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good play for Def.
She just leapfrogged Phil Hellmuth.
Yeah. Vicky's only won 1 pot, but it was a big one. If you were to play this Premier League again, would you change your strategy at all in the match
Yeah,
stages?
I would get somebody to stake me for the 20,000.
That's a very good idea. And Lieu with ace-jack, back-to-back ace-jack.
Ace-Jack's kind of been a key hand in this tournament.
Raise to 9. Pass.
Tough hand for a lot of people to play.
Pass.
Lieu made an unbelievable call with Ace-Jack in her last match to secure her place at in the playoff stages.
Got a little reckless with the Jack Deuce.
And now I'm going to get a bit reckless with this Queen Deuce.
Very nice.
Phil likes
play.
them deuces. For somebody who slated you for playing with deuces, he seems to like them, Tony.
He likes one deuce in his hand.
Just not
Yeah.
2.
Could they be wild?
He likes the dangler, baby. The deuce is always called a dangler. Always have a dangler. That's what the worm used to tell me. He used to play 6-card Omar. He'd have something like 10, Jack, Queen,
Check.
King, Ace, Deuce. Don't we? Always have that dangler. It come deuce, deuce on the flop.
He's hit it again.
12.
Really pay off all the way.
Who told you to always have a dangler?
Always have a dangler. He'd play Omar. He'd have about a 6, 9, Queen, Deuce.
Will he call this?
12.
Wow.
He's
Raised
raised
12.
it.
Now, is this a tester, or does he know the deuces are good?
He's hoping she's got Ace, King, Ace, Queen, or Ace, Jack here.
He's really hoping.
I think Liz is going to throw this away. Or raise him. Let's cover our option. She's just called him with an Ace, Jack. I don't like the call, really.
Well, I mean, Hellmuth should be believed. He hasn't done this very much tonight, has he? He's given action before the flop, but not on the
That's
flop.
right.
A spade.
A spade, mate. The King, well,
Check.
she's picked a straight drop now. She's probably going to...
She needs to bet this now.
Yeah, she bets this now. She's going to take it.
Can you bid a 4-5?
What if the queen comes?
And Phil Hellmuth getting outplayed tonight, isn't he? He's definitely getting
35.
outplayed so far.
Well, I mean, the thing is he's starting off with pretty bad hands, and that's why you get outplayed, because it's very hard to catch a flop you're going to like, right? You know, it's no good catching a deuce, really. You're always going to get outplayed, you know. If you don't pick it up on the flop, you're going to get outplayed.
Is Queen Deuce a hand?
I don't know. Maybe in America and maybe in Australia. It's not much of a hand in England. We're in England, right?
A little bit frustrated.
Why is he playing these deuces so deep?
She's supposed to have me beat, but I mean, people are just playing so crazy today.
No, you're the one playing crazy, Phil. I mean, throw the deuces away, baby. You're a lot better than that. You don't need to do that. And plus, you're due to find some hands. I mean, you haven't found too much just lately.
Failed to try to bluff me. She thought I was going to check raise 12,000 on a bluff.
He hasn't even spoke to me. Do you know
Not in
that?
any
Jess,
of
he
my
hasn't spoke to me. I'm feeling a bit upset.
He's trying to get a read here.
Tough to get a read out of that face, huh?
This is sick.
I mean, it is a big bet. If Liz hasn't hit...
Bluff me. It was one heck of a
Wow.
bluff.
See, Phil, I mean, Phil's looking at it there, and it's like looking at a frying pan, you know. I mean, there's no expression. You're just not going to get a, you're not going to get any, any tell from Liz Lieu.
She took a bite out of Phil Hellmuth.
Well,
Well, biting lady.
She's pretty much saying, don't come into my pots. If I raise, you're going to have to put up with some heat.
That's right.
I mean, all these people are telling Phil that, and he's persistent. Oh, they're not letting up, are they?
You know, Phil's getting himself in a bad state here.
Is it all right if I get change, Vicky?
He's under enormous pressure right now. What is he down to now?
It's going to just be like this. I'm going to have a little set. Someone's going to overplay ace high or middle pair or something and just all in over. Phil has 400,000. Next hand. But I earned it after letting her steal from me and all these laydowns and pretending I'm playing loose. I earned it. I really have earned it. Showed the jack deuce just to get someone to give me a big chunk later.
You've worked
Done
like a
everything
coal
right.
miner, haven't you?
Yeah, I've done everything right except I haven't won any hands. So he's not on the Autobahn because they wouldn't get a ticket there, right?
Right.
He forgot he's in England. He's trying to drive that Mercedes about 220.
220? How about 74?
Good choice. Would have cost us both money.
No raise.
Okay, well, we
What
could,
does Liz make of Ian?
I don't know, but we could catch a flop. They both like Ian. Ian's going to like that flop.
She has the straight and he has the flush draw.
Yeah, she
And
has
the
a
best hand.
Yeah, she has the flush draw.
Frazer has the flush draw.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Frazer has the flush draw. He's going to bet and she's going to give it up, I think.
6 of diamonds.
Is she going to call? I'll give it up.
That's the key card. Why would she want to mix it up with Ian?
Why would you want to call out of position with the worst hand, a middle pin straight draw? I don't know. I mean, this is a bad call.
To see if she hits a 6, I guess.
I guess if a blank comes off, she's going to get a free go at it.
Can she win this pot bluffing?
She
She's
checked.
checked it. I think if Frazer, he might check you and give her a free go. He might try and, he might want to snap one off for his flush here.
But we know he needs to bet.
Check.
But he needs to bet.
No, he's
missed
checked
a
it.
bet.
He's checked it.
32,000 in there. They both think they're bluffing now.
No.
Liz can take this.
He said, she said.
Well, she has to give the pot up or have a bet.
How much?
13,000.
I mean, that might be enough to take this, actually.
No, he can't call with 10 high, can he?
No, but he could raise it.
No raise.
Raise.
I say, Tony, you got to know what's going on, baby.
Unbelievable.
This is a
Great,
great-
great play.
Yeah, great
He's a
play.
strong player,
This
this
is a
Frazer.
great
He's
play.
got a good feel, doesn't
Did he get a read on her?
It's a great play.
And the 4 looks like he might have made a straight.
27,000 more.
No, she can't do anything except throw it away and think, well, I've made some more chips. I should never have called with this 7-9.
5, huh? Pass.
The Razor.
Go on the razor, baby.
Just out-muscled, wasn't she?
Frazer the razor. He's playing great poker at the moment.
I mean, he doesn't have the most experience as anybody, but he's got a lot of natural talent, doesn't he?
I'm not sitting there to come third, second, anything. I'm going out there to win it, you know, from the gun, really.
Welcome back to the final of the partypoker.net Premier League Poker.
It's going to be just like this. I'll tell you what's going to happen. I'm going to make a raise. Someone's going to make a re-raise. It's going to get back to me, and they're going to say, even before I act, they're going to say, oh my God, why did I re-raise Phil? And then I'm going to stack off, and they're going to say, oh my God, I'm priced in. I wonder how many wins I have. Do I have 3 wins? Do I have 2 wins? Or am I really in bad shape?
Do you know what's going to win the 640 at Kennington?
Yeah, that's the glass what's going to win tomorrow's race at Huntington.
Just like every day, same scenario.
Did he say slack off or stack
Meanwhile,
off?
I have to fold, fold, fold.
I think he's stacking something off. What does that mean? Stack off.
I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. I get into trouble.
And now,
Look,
just
Frazer's fine. You see, Frazer fine. You know, he's playing well and he's finding a lot of cards. A lot of cards.
just in case Jacks wasn't enough, let's try Queens.
And you ask
limped you.
Limpton with the ace-5 of diamonds,
Who's
which I
gonna be the
don't
one?
like.
Someone
I
has
don't
to
like
double
this
me
play.
up.
Pass.
You are shadowing him.
What's Phil going to do here?
Oh.
It looks like, how much did Frazer raise you? It looks like he didn't raise
No,
it.
he limped. He limped
Oh,
in.
he limped.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It's 4 ways now.
Frazer, what you doing, buddy?
Double,
You know what, though? Frazer
doesn't
might
mind
just
taking
catch
the
a
worst of
queen. He does catch some sets, I'll tell you. Watch this.
Will Liz Lieu do something crazy?
The German will only take the
It's a
worst of it if
dangerous
he's
limp, but
forced.
I guess he's not married here, is it?
Sorry?
He's not married to this pot. He's limps.
No. Oh, look at this flop here.
Oh,
Liz-
Vicky! Everyone's got a piece. Liz Lieu's in love with this pot. Look at that.
Yeah,
Flush and a jack.
And Vicky's fired out here for 8. How should Liz play this? Does she have to raise?
Well, she's got a pair and a flush draw. It's up to her. I mean, I'm not a big lover of flushes, but she might raise. I mean, I never
She could be out.
She could be out here. Yeah.
Can she read Vicky for strength here?
She just called. It's a good call.
Pass.
That's a good
Now
call.
Frazer played bad with his 2 queens. That's the first bad hand we've seen him play.
Now, Juha, what is he thinking?
But
Is he
it-
thinking? He's going to raise.
It didn't cost a lot
he's
of money.
not. No, he can't.
Raised 50.
Wow.
That
this
was a slip,
This
wasn't
is,
it?
yeah, this is a slip. You know, there's a couple of slips in this hand so far. First of all, Frazer should have raised, and secondly,
Ba-boom!
Re-raised.
Go, Vicky.
secondly, Helppi. I mean, there's been a raise and a call, and a bet and a call, and Helppi wants to raise with a rag ace.
I mean, now the pressure's on Liz Lieu. This is the decision of her life in this
Yeah.
Premier League.
118.
well, you know, she don't know if a flush is good now.
It's kind of easy for her, isn't it?
That's 68.
Well, she don't know if a flush is any good.
She's been running bad and she might want to gamble. Will she do it?
It's great.
This
Why
is
so much?
Well, because she don't want to give you a go at that flush, baby.
This is working out perfect for Vicky, isn't it? I mean, the one hand she doesn't want action from is Liz, and Liz can't call, can she?
I wouldn't have thought so. I mean, there might be a bigger flush. The king flush draw could easily be up
Rain
there.
not a good hand.
Oh, she's talking to the glass.
Pass.
and now Juha. I think this is an easy fold.
Yeah,
for
easy
him.
fold for him. And Liz played very well that hand. Very well.
That was kind of weird by Juha, wasn't it?
Pass.
Yeah, very
Well,
strange.
I think he wanted to see where he was, you know. That's all. I don't think
Found
it was
out
that
cheap.
bad.
He found out cheap.
He made the good laydown.
Yeah.
You know,
Had the
it's
full
this
house
this
draw.
game.
Vicky's gone chip leader.
No, she hasn't.
With two
What a
of you,
pot!
When I was a student, I used to commute back to London on the weekends on the bus. I used to go back and lose all my grant money every week in a game in North London. When I was young, I don't want to sound like a very, very old woman, but they didn't have the internet back then. So if you wanted to learn poker, you had to pay whatever money it cost to sat down, and you did your brains learning the game. And about 2 years in, you had to make a decision: either, all right, I'm going to get good at this, or I'm going to stop. And I hope I went the first way.
The robots put the glasses down with that ace-6. One behind the button. It's a
Where's
pretty
the
big
card?
hand. You can maybe take it. See what Phil's got.
If anyone finds a
Us.
hand, it has to give it up.
Yeah.
20 on Phil.
And Phil Hellmuth,
Oh, a Jack King. What's he gonna do with that? He's out of
he hasn't
position.
moved yet.
He should throw it away. I don't like this call out of position with a Jack King if he just calls. A raise is fine. I don't like the call.
Call.
His call. I don't like that call. He don't know that both his cards are live even, you know.
And Vicky now.
Well,
Oh, she has a good hand though, 3 ways. She has 2 different cards than
yeah,
everyone.
lovely, but she don't know that.
That's 15,000 on Vicky.
Yeah, I think Vicky's got to either re-raise or throw it away. I think she might be going to re-raise.
Chair around, Phil.
She's thinking about something.
I don't know. I mean, she can't call with that, I don't think.
She's
I'd like
made
to,
some
I'd
great
love to
moves.
see a re-raise from her.
She's calling.
Call.
Well, I don't know why she's calling. This is where Phil usually flops a king. There it is, a king jack. Look,
Check.
you know they're going to let him play flops. He's going to beat them.
I didn't see.
No help whatsoever. Phil's going to.
A scare card for Phil. Vicky's gonna bet.
Oh my.
This is bad timing from Vicky. He'll call this. It might even raise it actually. You don't want to give her a free go for a straight or a flush. Don't bet it, baby.
Checked.
No, I remember. I remember this time.
Don't bet it, baby. Just check it. Check it.
She was gonna put that money in.
She
and
has
she
to.
has.
45.
This is so unlike her game, isn't it?
Oh, what is she
All
doing?
in.
All in.
There you go.
I really
Wow, he snapped up.
see.
He's right.
What do I have here?
He pounced. He called this. He called
She
this.
just lost concentration, and Phil Hellmuth right back in action.
Yeah, I said.
Come, Phil, you got to sit up.
Well, I said this would happen. They just played into his own.
But this is so unlike Vicky. She's been playing so great. She doesn't like to be the callers in the big blind.
No.
I already told you you'd probably get all your money in really bad shape against
Exactly.
me.
So the rabbit I'm going to get if you win this pot.
But you might have be drawing live, so I might
Obviously,
not mind.
if you lose and you're out, then it's nice and
Phil
calm.
loves
If
this,
you
huh?
win, then this dream of. I said you were going to do that and you did, and I didn't.
It's like 95,000 more to her.
Why did she
I
bet
just
that
hope you're drawing
out
bad,
of
that's all.
position on
I don't
a
know.
bad board?
If she'd have checked
Yeah,
it
I'm not
and
going
the
there.
spade came off bet, she'd have won it.
She doesn't even have pot odds.
She's taking some time off the clock here.
No.
That was very tempting.
You may have been drawing
Pass.
I don't think I was drawing dead.
dead. Did you have a spade?
No.
You might have been dead then.
If you had a flush, then I'm dead already.
Hellmuth. He's back in it. He's gone from 6th to 4th. And you were talking about a fish. You said it was going to happen. Hellmuth said it was going to happen. And just because there's a bone line in the street doesn't mean the Bulldogs aren't guarding it. Phil Hellmuth picking up a big pot with the two-per. And back up to 256,000 in 4th. Scharf leading the way, and Coren has slipped a bit. Next time, a Premier League champion will be crowned. Who's got the gash to be at the last? It'll be a tumultuous torrent when this one kicks up.